Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and take note of that shot on the screen right now. Actually, I want to point something out. I want to give a little bit of love to our camera guys here in the studio. That shot that you're seeing right now, the Hot 6 can bursting out of the glass or something like that. Every break, the camera guys take like a long time. You don't think it looks like a simple shot, but they actually take forever, like taking excruciating pains to line up that shot perfectly so it looks as awesome as humanly possible. You know, whenever we have the medallion sitting on a little pedestal or something like that, usually the camera guy spends like 5 minutes lining up the shot, moving the medallions a little bit so they're in perfect alignment. It's actually a lot of effort goes into even the little things here, so just wanted to show some appreciation to everyone else here. And with that thought in mind, GanZI, Slayer's GanZI, ranked 24 in the GSL, is going to be going up against Liquid Hero.
And let's just face it, GanZI looks dangerous.
He does, man. He really does. He looks
vicious. Look at him. I'm actually scared right now.
Wow. You've met GanZI, haven't you?
You look at the picture.
Yeah, well, the picture's there, but you know, it's like if you look at a picture where someone has photoshopped giant fangs onto a kitten, you still know it's a kitten. George, a kitten. No, GanZI is a really nice guy. He's a really, really friendly guy. I've talked to him a lot in the past. He actually has a decent amount of English. It's not that good, but you know, you can kind of communicate with him in halting sentences, that kind of thing. He's really cool. Hero, I haven't had the pleasure of really meeting yet, though.
Oh, he's a really, really nice guy. He is actually,
you know what I just noticed?
How to describe him. It's like
all StarCraft players are nice guys.
I already said it. If I was a girl, I would marry Paul.
Dude, I would too. You're totally right. He's the cutest guy. And he's so friendly.
It is unbelievable how nice and modest Paul is.
Yeah.
It really, I have no words for it.
It's just his manner too. He always got a smile on his face.
Yeah.
You're always cheerful when you're around Paul. Anyway, we're gonna get into the game though. Speaking of people being friendly, these two guys are battling it out to the death for a spot in Code S. Who will win? We're gonna find out right now.
And here we go with the first player. Well, not the first player, but we have our first player in this match. It's the last match for the day here at the Code A with Moltrap and myself, Caldo. We have as the first player in the red color
Liquid Hero.
And yeah, talking about StarCraft players, it's really kind of interesting to see that right now. I have to say most of the players that we are able to cast are really, really nice people. It's always a little bit of a cliche when we mention that he's such a nice guy, but they actually are. It's really incredible. I only know a couple of players that I really don't like.
Yeah, there's
Slayer's GanZI.
And Slayer's GanZI is definitely not one of them.
He's definitely a nice guy, yeah. No, you're right. There are a couple jerks that play StarCraft. It's been known to happen. I've had some. I've never really had a major like bad encounter with a player myself, but I've heard of some people having issues with some. But for the most part, the grand majority of pro StarCraft players are just really cool people.
It's the one thing that I realized when we were at Assembly. It was just awesome. Players just meeting each other, talking to each other, hanging around in the hotel lobby, and just having a great time. Sharing a couple of drinks and just doing stuff together, having lunch or dinner together. It was just really amazing to see how everyone got along. And this is something that, in my opinion, is a little bit unique to the StarCraft 2 community. Back in Warcraft 3, we also had a lot of players that got along really, really well. But I always had the feeling it was a little bit more of a group thing. You had a group of players here, a group of players there, and StarCraft 2 is a little bit different, and I love it. I like it.
You know who else is really friendly? StarCraft casters.
Yeah, they are awesome. Or at least so I've heard.
So I've heard. Yeah, Marine chasing down that probe, by the way, stopping the scout from going down, although he did, of course, scout generally what was going on. He saw the gas, did not see the tech lab, though. So, Hero knows what's going on in GanZI's base. GanZI knows nothing about Hero's base yet. He has not even scouted yet. Although he is looking around for proxies right now. Checking for pylons and what have you.
Yeah, and before we jump right into the action, once again, a few statistics on both of these players. We have GanZI with 24 wins against Protoss and 21 losses, so he has a 53% win ratio. Hero, on the other hand, he's doing really well against Terran. Even though it's his worst matchup, that's one thing that we should note, but he's still at a 58% win ratio, 75 wins and 55 losses. Lately, he has been playing against Pold at Assembly. He lost this match, I think it was a quarterfinal, with 0-2, but he was able to take down Select recently. He was able to defeat Kaz, and he defeated Thorzane. So a couple of really nice matches that he played recently, and I think he feels pretty confident against GanZI. It's not going to be an easy battle, but still, I would give a slight edge to Hero.
A little bit of a poke going in there. I would personally give a slight edge to GanZI, but that's maybe just because I'm a fan of his. Yeah, he poked up there with the probe, did see the expansion, by the way, so Hero is aware of what's going on completely. He's been keeping that scouting information, and that's something that Hero is really good at, is continuously checking on what his opponent is doing, and yeah, he's going to have a little bit of a poking here again, going to send in the Zealot to try and just double check what's going on.
The map win rate favors Hero right now with 67%, and a little bit of poke. Nice, I like it, and if he's able to take down both of these Marauders, he is. Wow, this is looking awesome for Hero. Just look at it, he will be able to do so much damage. Awesome position to be in.
Doesn't even cancel the bunker dies. Incomplete, he's forced to pull SCVs to fend this off. And Hero, unfortunately, does not have a forward pylon, so he cannot capitalize on this.
Guys, if you are a Hero fan, this is the moment when you jump up and scream in joy. All these SCVs have been pulled, and...
Oh, is he going to trap the Stalkers?
The mining time he loses is just so much of a pain, and he loses so many SCVs as well.
Hero with his standard, ridiculously good micro, targeting down the injured SCVs, maneuvering around the SCVs, target firing the Marine in the midst of those SCVs, not losing a Stalker. Hero looks so strong right now. This is incredible play. That was disgustingly good micro. That was so good.
That was insane. Killing 6 workers, and he pulled so many SCVs. The mining time that he lost.
Yeah. And he's not done yet, man. These 3 Stalkers are still going to town.
And they are joined by another 2 by the reinforcements. Hero might just be able to take it, and he didn't lose a single Stalker just yet.
Oh my gosh. One of the Stalkers is very low. But look at this, he's just doing so well. 2 Stalkers on red hit points with no shield, staying alive, killing SCVs. The bunker finally completes, but doesn't matter. Oh, I think this might be a mistake though, but he is going to be polishing off every single SCV.
I can hear Madonna singing her song, and it is true. We need a Hero, and there it is. We have a Hero moving into the main base, and more SCVs are being pulled. But GanZI lost already 23.
GanZI is mining with 3 workers right now, while these Stalkers are chased by the rest of them. And this is ridiculous. Hero is going to take game number 1 with just beautiful micro from a handful of Stalkers. Finally, those red Stalkers are finally going to be picked off.
We have a Banshee trying to take on a couple of probes, but there are Stalkers as well and forcing it back. So even though we had GanZI doing a little bit of damage with his Banshee, I have to say, with 31 workers killed in favor of Hero, this is just insane. The Harvester count is now 38-10.
Oh my god. That was ridiculous. Hero is so good. I was saying before about how I've seen his, is he going to try and take out this pylon? What is he doing? He's just using the fact that Hero thinks there's a bunker at the top of the ramp, and he's kind of being dangerous here, but Hero doesn't care.
That was a mistake, running right into the Marines. He definitely thought that there would be less of them, but nope.
Yeah, that was a bit silly. Hero's so far ahead right now, though, that it's not a big deal.
If he,
a couple Stalkers.
Yeah, if he concentrates on his game right now and tries to macro it up, he should be in a position where he can take it.
Yeah. I was saying before how I had really enjoyed Hero's PVZ. Hold that thought, he's trying to break up the ramp again. And at this point, what he's doing is he can just trade, and as long as he gets a couple Marines here and there for a couple Zealots, he keeps GanZI in his base, he keeps the advantage. He's so far ahead that any trading is good.
Yeah, he killed oh wow, this was very, very close. If GanZI would have moved down the ramp with the siege tank, would have been in an awful position. The Viking is getting picked off, is able to pick it up.
Wow, and Hero, almost gets the tank. Hero's maybe getting a little bit over confident here, trying to get the win too quickly instead of being patient, but it's working. It's slowly whittling GanZI down, but not enough. He's starting to lose more units than he should.
But he has an Immortal now. He's swapping in additional units. He's taking down the Banshee. The Immortal focuses the tank. The siege tank is about to die. It's really nice how Hero plays, and he is just pressuring his opponent even further because he knows it's working. He kills more SCVs, and this means that right now we have GanZI down to 12 against 52 Harvesters.
Yeah, and this is going to be the killing blow, I think. The Immortal goes down, the tanks are still alive, but the Marines just being ignored as he picks off the tanks. GG! Coming from Slayer's GanZI.
Hero's looking pretty strong. He's sitting in his booth, and he's like, "Sup, son?"
Wow. That was ridiculous. That was just so good. Now, I mean, he microed, like, he didn't just micro like a boss. He microed like 3 or 4 bosses. That was so good. But it also just came down to the fact that he kind of saw that GanZI was vulnerable and made use of that. I mean, GanZI didn't have the bunker up despite going for a quick expansion. He's like, well, I've got 2 Marines and a Marauder. I'll be safe from anything. And then he said, no, actually, I'm just going to kill all your units, these stalkers.
This is one of the games when I just watch GanZI losing unit after unit, and I see Hero sniping everything, single thing that he sees, and I just wait for this Unreal voice, this godlike.
Yeah, exactly.
Multi-kill, ultra-kill,
humiliation. Or that was Quake, I guess.
That is definitely something that we need in StarCraft here. Blizzard, if you are listening, there's an idea.
There's an idea for you. GanZI not looking too proud of that.
Well, I wouldn't be happy after this game.
No, I mean, especially so far, Slayers, their 2 players that they've had play have advanced. So, GanZI, a little bit of pressure on him for that.
Very aggressive build, and it worked very well in favor of Hero. His micro obviously played a huge role, and GanZI not able to defend against it. Second game will start in a few seconds. We will have a game on Entombed Valley.
There they are. And yes, Entombed Valley is going to be the next map. Curious to see how things go on this map. Hopefully it'll be a more macro-oriented game, although, you know, the ramp situation is going to be very similar that we saw the last game, so if we see the same builds, it might be the same way. I think GanZI's going to play a little bit more defensively, though, get a bunker if he needs it. Game number 2 is about to begin. Can GanZI bring it back to a 3rd game, or will Hero clinch the series as easily as he clinched that first game? We're going to find out right now.